John Lynch discussing Deebo Samuel. What's the latest? What do the 49ers think is going to happen? Here's Lynch from yesterday.
I think it's in everyone's best interest. We don't get into that. I don't think they're insurmountable. I think we can find a way to resolution, and we're hopeful for that because, I mean, we know what he's been to this organization. 36th pick in 2019, and he's been so good on and off the field.
Will Deebo Samuel be on the team next year? Would it be a yes, a probable, a questionable, or a doubtful?
It's a yes for me, and that's our job. I mean, he's too good of a player. We've got too good of a thing going, and we want to keep that going. So, that's where I'll leave that.
Okay, that's fine. I appreciate the optimism, and I think they really wanted to get through the draft. Kyle Shanahan said that himself over the weekend. Once we get through this draft, maybe things will settle down. But the guy's made it clear. He's on the record he wants out. How do you walk back from that if you're Deebo Samuel? When you're doing this, remember the video? They're walking through the club with the sign, Deebo Samuel staying on the 49ers. They cut to Deebo, and he's kind of laughing. He says, no. And look, how do you come back from that? I know a gigantic pile of money would be one way to do it, Chris, but there's just what's the word I'm looking for? Naivete? No. It's a combination of obstinance and I don't know. I just feel like they
don't want to believe it yet.
They're clueless.
Right.
I feel they're in denial. They're just in denial about everything. They don't know how this happened. It's kind of ignorance. I'm trying to think of a fancy word, and I'm struggling here. But the bottom line is I feel like they don't understand how they got here, and they think they're going to be able to get out of it. I don't think you can get out of it unless you understand how you got into it. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Something you said or did or failed to say or do created this mess. So until you can solve that and undo that, you can't solve these problems. And I know they're trying to be very respectful and not talk publicly about it, but they're saying just enough to make us wonder what the hell they think they're going to do. Wave some magic wand, and all of a sudden Deebo Samuel decides he's staying put. If they could do that, oblivious may be the word. If they could do that, why didn't they already do it? If it's that easy,
I know.
Why isn't it already fixed? That's where I'm confused by all of this.
Right. Yeah. Well, they obviously haven't had much contact. That's they haven't been able to break the ice a little bit of like, let's start the mending process. We heard that from Shanahan. What was that, Friday night press conference where he said, I haven't talked to Deebo in a few weeks. So there's that. Again, it seems like, and again, not that I know these stories, but know some people connected, and that, you kind of said it. I've been saying it all along, that there's a little bit of a, like, we're not exactly where it went wrong or what set it off or why exactly it's at this spot. I do think that Lynch, like we've been talking about, Lynch and Shanahan have great faith in their ability to communicate. And, of course, I think they know that there was a good relationship at some point. So because of that, they're going to try to salvage it. But I don't know. Like, this is one where, like with Kyler Murray, right, a month ago with all this. He scrubbed them from all the social media, the Arizona Cardinals. The whole time I was kind of like, they'll figure it out. They'll do it. And then, you start to, you and I, we know a lot of people in the NFL. You start to hear they're going to get it done. It's just a little impasse. Like, I don't hear anything, any inkling that, Deebo's just mad for a second. They'll straighten it out. It's just a contract. I don't get the sense here. To play on to kind of what you're talking about, that there's like light at the end of the tunnel, that this might get fixed. It just doesn't seem like Deebo Samuel has given any wiggle room to think that to this point.
There's a stubbornness to the 49ers that I think informs our position that they think it's going to be fine. It's almost like they try to speak it into existence.
A little,
This is what we're going to do, and it's going to be fine. And I think Kyle is banking on Deebo showing up at some point for something, and then he can sit down with him, talk to him, and they can work it all out. But how do you get Deebo at this point to back off of his trade demand? He won't talk to you. How do you make this happen? And as he sees A.J. Brown get what he wanted, get the trade, that's only going to make him more determined to dig in and get what he wants.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.